Let's talk about what is a community land trust. Well, welcome to my podcast, Seeking Wisdom Through Real Estate, where we dig deeper into truly understanding and gaining knowledge from experienced and educated people. I am your host, Leah Massey, a real estate agent who is trying to educate myself more and take you along for the ride. Every week, we will be bringing you information to help you unlock the understanding in real estate. So join me today with my guest, Crystal Rivera. So, Crystal is a director of stewardship and community engagement at City of Bridges Community Land Trust, CLT, where she works one on one with low to moderate income homebuyers, guiding them through every step of their home buying process. She was honored in 2023 in the Pittsburgh magazine recognizing young leaders of 40 under 40. She's a volunteer organizer and co-founder of Penn Plaza Support and Action Coalition and co-founding Rent Help PGH. In the Tribune Live in August 2024, as part of the Pittsburgh Housing Justice Table, in the City Paper of Pittsburgh in July 2025, fighting for more affordable housing and more. So you're busy, Crystal.
Super.
Okay. So, Crystal, you seem to be passionate about housing.
Mhm.
Can you walk us through how that came about?
I want to say 2016, my father was a part of the Penn Plaza apartments,
Mhm.
and 2015 probably, he gave me a call and said, we got a letter on our door saying we have to be out. And that's what started it for me.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was very interesting to be able to kind of see how developers and people that own rental property kind of treat their tenants.
Yeah.
And kind of got me involved because my dad was a part of that complex.
Oh, okay. Did you have a little background in? No.
I did not.
What were you doing before that?
Healthcare,
Healthcare.
so pharmacy technician, LPN, things of that nature.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Okay. And how long have you been with housing? You said since that time. So
Yeah,
since that
yeah.
time. Okay. So what is community land trust? What is that?
Community Land Trust was created back in the Jim Crow South era,
Mhm.
1969, by Black farm croppers who got tired of individuals who didn't look like them kept coming in and literally kicking them off their land. So they decided to create a community land trust, which means the land is held in perpetuity in any community or state that is in by the land trust to make sure that those who come behind them will be able to afford the land and or the structures when it goes to be resold.
Okay. And in that community land trust, so let's before I get break that down. So City of Bridges, can
Mhm.
you talk about that company? And
Yeah,
yes,
our
thank you.
City of Bridges
Go
is
ahead.
now 6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
We came from Lawrenceville Corporation,
Mm-hmm.
and we decided to roll out of Lawrenceville Corporation to become our own entity. So again, we are 6 years old. A lot of people across the rivers decided to like reach out to us because they were able to see that there was some displacement coming in their areas, and they also wanted a land trust model of home ownership in their communities. So we decided to roll out and become City of Bridges Community Land Trust.
Okay. And I did read there's like 45 states that have it.
There are over 300 CLTs in the United States.
Okay, over three. And how many's here in Pittsburgh?
One, two, three, probably about 4 or 5. I just heard of a new rental one that just popped up, so they're becoming popular.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I did read too that they had their goal was 100 units
Yes,
in
City
the
of
next
Bridges
five
go.
years.
Yep,
Is
we just closed on our 44th homeowner last night.
oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we're growing. We have probably about 5 more in the pipeline to close within the next 2 to 3 months.
Okay. All right. That's great.
Hmm.
So I'm going to break down a little bit as far as what this is, because this was something, I mean, I kind of know it in regards to real estate, land trust and everything, but the community one for home buyers. So what, like, what is the first step? I see that they do an application and kind of what's that? Can you take us through that process a
Ye-
little bit?
Yep, so let's
Okay.
back up 1 second.
Okay.
So you have to attend a CBCLT session, and that's where I host, and it's really just an informational session
Hmm.
just to see if you are interested in becoming a part of the land trust because the land trust model isn't for everyone.
Hmm.
So I just give you a little bit of information about City of Bridges Community Land Trust, what we do, how we do it, where it came from, and what we have to offer. So that's the start of it. You attend one of those. From there, if you're interested, then we'll, continue through the intake process, the application process. From the application process, I then send you over to one of our lending partners.
Mhm.
And then from there, you'll get your pre-qual. Then from there, we know how much of a house you can afford to
Mhm.
purchase.
Mhm.
Then we go house shopping.
Oh, okay. All right. And as far as that class that they take, is that something they can do virtually, in person,
That
or?
is in person. So my calendar for those just came out. I posted the first 6 sessions.
Mhm.
So from January to March is the first 6 sessions. This year I'm doing two per month
Mhm.
versus one per month because I noticed there was a lot of people. My classes were 20 to 30 people, and
Okay.
I'm one person with
Mhm.
some assistance from my colleagues. So I decided to break it down in two. So those are in person. I've noticed if it's done virtually, people virtually are not really interactive as much as the
Mhm.
people in person, and they don't really engage, nor do they follow suit through the application process. So in person, I found is more suitable.
Okay. And that just tells them all about what the company is and what a community land trust is and all that kind
Hmm.
of stuff. Okay. And so when I was doing my research on the community land trust, it's they have a ground lease, so they lease the land,
Hmm.
but you own the home. Can you kind of explain how that is?
Yeah, so we own the land in
Mhm.
perpetuity because you, as a real estate agent,
Mhm.
land can be
Yeah.
expensive
Mhm.
and people can profit a lot off of it. So we hold it to make sure that it stays affordable for everyone. So it's a 99 ground lease, which then renews for an additional 99 years. So that's a total of 198 years of affordability.
Mhm.
So that's forever because
Mhm.
every time it goes to resale, a new 99 ground lease is signed.
Oh, okay. Okay. And when they do you guys already have the land picked out? So when you said you go shopping, are you going to certain places that you have bought the land at and have houses there? How does that look?
Yeah, so I say go shopping, meaning right now I'm currently selling. I think I'm down to 18 right now,
Mhm.
literally today. That
Yeah.
could change next
No, okay.
month. But I'm currently selling 18 homes. So we're in various different communities in the city of Pittsburgh.
Mhm.
And that's what I mean, go shopping. So
Okay.
go shopping and view the homes that we currently have available for sale.
Okay. And then I also read too with the homes that they're either picked out by the organization, or they can be gifted,
Hmm.
or they can be through the city of Pittsburgh's.
Land bank.
Yes.
Hmm.
Can you explain how those kind of work? Like,
Yeah, so I read an email this morning of a
uh,
person who's writing out their will and they want to give when they pass they want to give us their home,
mhm.
so it could happen as
Yeah.
simple as that.
Mhm.
It could also happen by us partnering up with
Mhm.
city of Pittsburgh Land Bank,
Uh-huh.
as well as the Tracog Land Bank, which is the land bank outside of the city. And we just partner with them. They find the properties, they clear tangle title issues, and we buy the property off of them. We then hold it to fundraise money to rehab it and bring it back to a healthy living standard. As well as other nonprofit organizations, obtained a couple different properties from Fanview and Perry Hilltop Citizens Council. So our properties on Lanark are from them. A lot of our properties in Lawrenceville was from when we were created, was from Lawrenceville Corporation. So it's a lot of partnerships. It's how we're able to obtain a lot of our properties.
Oh, okay. And the land bank one, that's from like foreclosures type stuff. Okay.
Foreclosures or people that just abandon the property,
Okay.
and eventually the city just obtains
Okay.
it.
They obtain.
Yeah,
Okay. So I did see in there that I did look at the application, part of the process was the credit check, the credit score. Now, to get into the program, they don't have to have a certain credit score to be in part of the program. That's kind of but as far as when they want to do the home ownership, then they have to have what, 620 and above?
correct. So
Okay.
anyone can come to an info session, and
Okay.
again, that's what it is, an informational session just
Hmm.
for you to obtain and absorb the information given about the program and the
Hmm.
requirements of the program. Our AMI numbers are set by HUD, which those numbers come out in every spring of the year, set
Hmm.
by the government. And it's basically we're now partnering with four banks: First Commonwealth Bank, West Banco, Huntington Bank, and PNC. So it's based off of their requirements of what they require for mortgage. So
Yeah.
majority of the banks do start at 620 and above. Now Huntington does have a new program they're trying to roll out, and that credit score will start about 580.
I did hear about the credit score going down a
Mhm.
little lower.
Mhm.
And then I seen it was conventional loans, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay. All right. So if they come into the class, the workshop, and they don't have that credit score that's high enough, or they may have some debt, they need to work on some things.
Mhm.
You guys do have programs to help them, right?
We do.
Okay.
We have partners.
Partners. Okay.
So we send them either to Wave, Urban League, NeighborWorks,
Mm.
or Catapult of Greater Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Okay. What? How much are they usually paying for the homes? How much are they ranging? Are they different? What's the
They
range?
are different.
Okay.
Our lease home right now is 120,000. That is our ADA unit on Hazelwood Avenue.
Hmm.
That's a one bedroom. So we have two of those. That is 120. The one up above that is 128. That is a resale and on the north side. And then our highest right now, I do believe we just dropped the price. There's a few of them at 197.5. One in Garfield, a few on the north side.
Oh, okay. Some I might think like, I don't really want to have it where somebody's leasing the land. Like, what's the stipulations with that? Like, can I redo my home, or can I resell it, or do I have to resell it at a certain price? Like, kind of how did that work? Some people might have doubts about that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's typically
Yeah.
a question that I receive all the time,
Yeah.
because people are not used to a land trust model.
Hmm.
So they're used to the normal way that real estate
Hmm.
works, right?
Hmm.
So when you go to resell your property, you have to sell it to somebody that's 80% or below
Hmm.
of area median income. So there is a resale restriction to the property. We do give you those numbers every single year when the
Hmm.
new AMI numbers come out from HUD.
Hmm.
So that way you know exactly how much you can sell your house for in every particular year.
Yeah.
So there is a resale restriction, but you do build equity and wealth at 1.15%. And again, those numbers are set by HUD that come out every year.
Okay, so that's what I was going to ask too. Are they building the equity? Are they able to
Yes,
get
they
that out?
are.
Okay.
Just a little bit slower than our neighbor.
Okay. All
hmm
right. And I did see that too. They had in on your website that they had usually people are staying in about 7 years.
Right now, our eldest homeowners are going into their ninth year
Okay.
with us. They bought in 2018.
Hmm.
Yeah, so they're coming about on their, on their 10-year anniversary in a few years, but no one has moved out. The person that is reselling right now, she's only been in her house for a year.
Hmm.
She's getting engaged, and her spouse, her soon-to-be spouse, already owns a home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and she knows she can't rent it out,
Oh,
so she has to sell it.
just okay.
hmm
So why would somebody choose to do that? Like, what kind of situation, or what typically, or the situation, are the people in that usually choose this option?
It's really about their heart, I
Okay.
would say,
Hmm.
because it's a paying it forward model.
Hmm.
You would want to allow people that come behind you to be able to purchase the home that you purchased 20, 50 years ago
Hmm.
and in the future. So I call it a paying it forward model. It's like leaving a little bit of the equity and the wealth behind for the next neighbors that come behind you.
Hmm.
So for those who
Hmm.
obtain a CLT home, they can do it as a starter home,
Hmm.
right? To slowly build equity, because coming from rentership, you're not building anything.
Right.
And then going to home ownership, you're building it, but just a little bit slower than your neighbor. And then there's individuals like our homeowner last night who just closed. She's like, I'm never moving.
Hmm.
So people just want more stability of their living
Yeah.
situations and more security in a house that will belong to them. They could pass it down to their heirs,
Hmm.
and that you don't have to worry about being outpriced regarding your mortgage like you would be on a traditional market with property taxes going up, county taxes going up, things of that nature. So we are also here to help our homeowners once they become homeowners until they go to resell their homes.
Oh, okay. And so that means that, are they paying, how about the down payment and closing costs and all that stuff? Are you still paying those?
It depends on what bank they choose to work with.
Oh, okay.
So some banks have a one of our partner banks have a 1% down program. So they
Hmm.
put 1% of the purchase price down.
Hmm.
Hand money, we're only asking for 500 no matter what bank you use.
Oh, okay.
So it's just $500 for hand money,
Hmm.
which is also called earnest money, and that goes towards your mortgage, your down payment
Hmm.
at closing. Other banks have a program that's at 3%
Hmm.
of the purchase price. And then some other banks have programs where they can offer some down payment and closing cost assistance. Other banks may reach out to other programs
Hmm.
that are available in the city. city limits to be able to help the buyer with those as well.
Oh, okay. So really, I'm just trying to get my understanding so the viewers can know too. So really, what it is so it kind of is the same process with as far as with the lenders, kind of the same process you would
Same
have.
exact process.
The only thing is you're able to in the city of Pittsburgh get a better home, I guess, a more move-in ready home for a lower price. Is that kind
Well,
of
we also serve Allegheny County.
the
So we
whole
have,
Allegheny County?
yeah,
Okay,
so I
okay,
have 3 under contract at Aetna, new construction.
okay.
Those sale price was 147.5.
Mm-hmm.
So we serve all of Allegheny County, so it doesn't have to be the city.
Okay,
It's
that's
just
fine.
that the bulk of our homes that we rehab or build are in the city.
Okay, all right.
And when you live in a city, you're able to kind of tap into more programs. Like the URA has several different programs that they offer, but it's only to city residents. Right now, the county is has a program, First Home Allegheny, which is only offered to those who are choosing to move outside of the city limits.
Oh, okay. Okay. So it looks like it's giving them, yeah, a nicer home because you guys rehab them and they're, yeah,
Yeah,
and it's cheaper.
yeah, we
Okay.
put new everything in. Refrigerator comes with refrigerator, stove, microwave, dishwasher, washer and dryer.
Mm-hmm.
We redo the roof, furnace, hot water tank, air conditioner,
Mm-hmm.
plumbing, electrical. So we it's pretty much a brand new house if it's a rehab.
Mm-hmm.
And our goal by doing that is to make sure that the homeowners, because again, you're dealing with renters,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of times they don't have the necessary funding
Mm-hmm.
that's sitting back in their account
Mm-hmm.
to be able to move into a house that needs all of that stuff done
Right.
without putting them into further debt.
Mm-hmm.
So we try to use a lot of our funding and money up front
Mm-hmm.
with all of those fast ticket big areas. So that way that's something that can at least give them a peace of mind within like the first 10 years of
Okay.
living in a home.
And they do get inspections too.
Yeah, I recommend it.
Okay. And then that's part of,
They don't have to, but I recommend it.
okay. And then the seller is the city of,
City of
okay.
Bridges.
Okay. So they'll, okay. All right. And then I know that your program also has that you guys keep up with them, also help them to thrive as
Correct.
they're living in a home. So how's that look?
Yes, so
Mm-hmm.
we just hired a homeowners relations manager,
Mm-hmm.
Tamara Dixon, and
Oh, okay.
she will now be that main contact. It used to be me. I'm
Mm-hmm.
super overloaded. So, so Tamara is now on board with the
Okay.
team.
Mm-hmm.
And at closing, that's when they get a chance to meet her. I've then passed them on to her. And when they have a problem
Uh-huh.
with the home or questions, they will reach out to Tamara, and Tamara will be able to help guide them to resources and or advocate for them in a point that there's something that really needs to be advocated for.
Uh-huh.
Example can be a person maybe fell ill, need assistance with their mortgage. So she's that main contact with the bank to, help. So there's different, of course, different situations per homeowner, but
Mm.
it just depends on what situation that they're in that we're able to provide additional supports.
Oh, okay. And is that the life of them being in that home?
Correct.
Oh, okay. Okay. And is there also opportunities for them to, like you said, they came from maybe rentals and maybe they didn't have a home before, so the upkeep of a home or
Mhm.
is there kind of guidance with that?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
give out at closing, we give out a homeowner's manual. It
Mm-hmm.
tells you like when to change your furnace, what things to do per month, per seasons, lawn maintenance, what
Mm-hmm.
basic tools or things of that nature. But then also, I know that they are supposed to be able to attend a first-time homebuyer education course out of those partners that I named
Mm-hmm.
earlier, as well as one of those partners are also working on a post homeowners program that will help them guide their longevity
Mm-hmm.
of the home, but as well as our assistance with Tamara's position,
Mm-hmm.
be able to make sure that they succeed in home ownership and not fail.
Oh, okay. And have you guys, I mean, just any personal stories or any stories that you can just say of how you've seen some success?
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you
Okay.
for asking.
Uh-huh.
So we have a couple of our Lawrenceville
Uh-huh.
homeowners who bought in 2020, be able to one, quit her very good paying job,
Mm-hmm.
and started a business with her husband and her parents.
Mm-hmm.
They started out at farmers markets,
Mm-hmm.
then they went to a food truck,
Mm-hmm.
and now they have just in the process of obtaining their own business on Penn Avenue. So they're
Oh,
working on
yeah.
remodeling that property
Mhm.
to start their own restaurant. That's one success. Another
Yes.
one that's further down
Mhm.
in Lawrenceville, but going into the Strip District. He is first generation here.
Mhm.
He's the first person able to be able to purchase a home, and
Mhm.
he also started his own gallery.
Oh, okay.
So, and he also takes students over to his country to be able to do research there and bring certain things back for the gallery. So
Mhm.
that's another one. We have another homeowner who was able to start her own business. She
Mhm.
now has 3 staff
Oh, okay.
and thriving and
Mhm.
started a new family. So there's so many different ways to be able to show the success of a CLT homeowner
Mhm.
because you have an affordability of your mortgage in your home and you don't have to ever worry about being kicked out of it.
Yeah.
That gives people the necessary tools to be able to thrive in the areas they wanted to thrive in before, but didn't feel secure
Mhm.
because they worked for somebody else and never knew if they were going to get let go or furloughed or anything like that. But now they have that security, like I don't have to worry about never being able to not having a roof over my head or having food on my table. So it
Oh,
makes
that
us
is
feel really
yeah.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. That's good.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's I mean, there's
yeah.
just more stories
Yeah,
that are
yeah.
coming that I'm
Yeah.
hearing from the homeowners, like, when we do our check-ins, like, "How you been?" Like, "Girl, let me tell you, I th" so it's
Uh-huh.
just it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy on the inside because I really love and I'm very passionate about what I do and the people that we serve,
Mhm.
and to hear success stories like this is really heartfelt.
Yeah. Now, would you do you think a lot of people know about your program?
They're getting
They're getting there? Okay.
there.
'Cause I was
My phone is ringing off the hook. A lot of it is word of mouth, but we
Mhm.
do our comms and communications manager does a really good job with keeping up with our platforms, our social media platforms,
Mhm.
Facebook and Instagram,
Mhm.
and just us. I think us just keep pushing it out. We have our board members who are also, good advocates, or homeowners who are advocates who also 4 of our homeowners sit on our board, so they help guide our mission and
Mhm.
vision, as well as people within the community also help guide our mission and vision that sit on the board. So there's a lot of word of mouth is how I
Yeah.
get the bulk of
Mhm.
our homeowners, but then also they see, oh, I saw your video and I saw, so there's a lot of social
Yeah.
media is really good as well.
And are you guys going out to is there like different getting the word out to different communities so you can just stretch it out to different
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I go where I'm invited to go.
Okay.
We only work in communities that we're invited in, so you won't see us pop up in areas that we're not wanted because
Oh,
we're
okay.
not. That's just not how we roll. So we
Okay.
only show up when we're invited in.
Okay. And are you able to go to are they able to have homes in every community or it has to be a certain guideline as far as
Mm-mm.
okay.
Wherever they,
Okay.
if a community wants us in, it typically just starts with a conversation. They'll reach out to me like, "Hey, Crystal, this is what's going on. Heard about you guys. Would like to keep, some affordability in my community, so other people that look like me can get in there,
Mhm.
or that my kids, I would like my kids to come back to this community after they graduate from college." And it really just starts with a conversation. Then we'll sit down with them, see what they're looking for.
Mhm.
Also, then I'll ask, who else do you feel as that we need to bring to this table? Most of the time, we try to, partner up with CDCs
Mhm.
or local nonprofits or just local partners within the community, just to make sure that we're all aligned of what their vision is for their community.
Oh, okay. Okay. And then I know too, real quick, just want to I seen that in there when they go to resell, it's they don't have if they have to have their children inherit the home, they don't have to follow the recommendations, right? They can just inherit the home.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So if
Okay.
if uh, parent passes,
Yeah.
their children automatically receive the home.
Okay.
They do not have to reapply or
Mhm.
anything like that. Now, if they go to resell the home,
Then they have.
then that individual who purchases would have to go through the income requirements as well as a new ground lease.
Okay. Does that make it harder for them to sell?
No.
You haven't seen that?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Mm-mm. It just depends on right now what people are looking for.
Mhm.
A lot of people are like family. They want to,
Yeah.
they already
Yeah.
have kids or they want to grow kids. So some people are looking for sometimes larger homes.
Mhm.
And then you have your single individuals who are
Yeah.
okay with just a 2, 3 bedroom,
Right.
you know?
Okay.
So it just really depends on what area people are looking to move in as well as what they're looking for.
Okay.
Because I mean, buying a home is a big purchase
Yeah.
and it's real. It's like home
Yeah.
ownership is real.
Yeah.
So we don't wanna rush people, and we also don't wanna force people. If a CLT is not for you or homes are not for you, that's okay. But
Mhm.
guess what? I got a lot of realtor friends that I can guide you to
Mhm.
that can probably better help serve what you're looking for.
And that was I was gonna ask next. They don't need a realtor with your program,
Correct.
right? Okay. Okay. All right. Um, and also too, I wanted to make sure I'm not forgetting something on here. But what would you like people to know about City of Bridges Community Land Trust that we hadn't talked about?
That we hadn't talked about. We kind of it's really just a paying it forward model.
Mhm.
If you care about people
Yeah.
and you just don't want the affordability to hit you alone,
Mhm.
because if we're able to also stack a lot of different programs to make it affordable for individuals, but if you don't want to only be that one person, this is the program to you for you. If you want to make sure that individuals are able to obtain home ownership, because a lot of people are raised that I'm always going to live in, public housing, or I'm always going to be bopping from one place to another place. If you want to change that,
Mhm.
a land trust model is for you. If you want to pay it forward, a land trust model is for you. If you care about just housing in general, a land trust model could be for you.
Okay. Hmm. And what would you and ag this might you might have already answered this, but what would you like for the viewers to remember or take away from this interview?
Um, we are growing.
Mhm.
We have a lot of homes. We have about 80 coming up on top of the 18 I've already named. We have
Mhm.
a lot coming up in the pipeline all over. Again, we price our homes affordable than the market.
Mhm.
And again, we're in a lot of different communities. So if folks are interested in just, obtaining more information, please come to a CBCLT info session.
Mhm.
That is right now up on our webpage, and the remaining months will also go up for the rest of the year. I'm hosting two per month,
Mhm.
one weekday, one weekend day, and it's just an hour. And just to obtain information, just to see if it's for you. It may not be for you, it may be for your parents, maybe
Mhm.
for your cousin. You just never know. So,
Yeah.
yeah, just check us out.
And it's only an hour, you
And
said.
it's only an hour.
Oh, okay,
I
it's not an
dropped
all
it down
day
from
thing.
two
Yeah.
days, 2 hours to one.
All right, well, that's good.
you know,
There's a lot to this. It's
it's a,
like,
it's
yeah,
a,
it's like it was kind of, yeah, it's a lot. No, I was more wanting to know really about the ground lease and like the avenue with that, like on that end of it, like how they getting.
so, it basically is the rules and regs.
Mhm.
It's a 32-page document. At the end of closing, it becomes a 37-page document because the deeds are cut when at closing. You have two deeds.
Yeah.
You have a deed to the land and a deed to the home. They're
Mhm.
both recorded at the county office.
Mhm.
It basically, and it goes with the ground lease goes with the deed to the land. So that way, when the closing company goes to do their title search,
Mhm.
they can't just sell it to anyone. People can't just come, oh, I want to buy your property and buy your land. It's set down at the county's office. So it's really just a manual of what you can do, what you can't do, how you go to resale, what that resale formula looks like,
Mhm.
um, that you don't own any responsibilities for like oil and mineral rights.
Right.
It breaks down if you want to pass it to your heirs, what that looks like. It breaks down what else it breaks down? I'm trying to think. So just went over it. There is a $25 ground lease. It started
That's
at
what I asked.
$20. It's now 25. So as of right now, we've only gone up once in our tenure. And that is just basically a touch point
Mhm.
from the homeowner, no longer me, but
Yeah.
Tamara.
Mhm.
So if we see that you're missing at least 2 to 3 months of the ground lease, ding, 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 something's wrong.
Mhm.
Because when life happens, your life's $25. I'm not just going to pay that this month.
Yeah.
And that's a touch point. So we had one recently. I got an email. I
Mhm.
said, oh no, hey, miss, what's going on? I just got an email. Girl, I've been sick. But these are things that, again, life happens,
Right.
right? So when life happens, we're here to help. When we know what's going on, that's the best way we can advocate for you
Mhm.
because it's our duty to make sure that you succeed. We don't want you to go in foreclosure.
Right.
So as this homeowner, she got ill. She was in the hospital for a few months. Of course, she couldn't work.
Right.
Then she had to have a home health nurse
Mhm.
come in, just starting to get on her feet. So she's behind a little bit. That's why we're here. Why didn't you call me? too prideful. I understand that, but I'm here to
Mm,
help you and let me help you.
right.
So now we came up with a plan to help her not go into foreclosure.
Oh,
So there's different ways that we can help out, but we have to know what's going on. And we're definitely not like Section 8.
mhm,
We don't check in every month. I
okay.
just ask that when something happens, you just call me, let me know. Hey, now if you don't want me to know, that's fine. I'm gonna find out at some point because I'll get an email,
Yeah.
right? And I gotta call you,
Mm,
not me now, Tamara,
yeah.
but gotta reach
Yeah.
out and say, hey, what's going on? We care about you, not just because you're one of our homeowners, but we care about you as a human. What can we do? And then for me to have my background in health, I can help out with that too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, my position, I'm like a case manager,
Mhm.
type of therapist, type of little bit of
Bit of everything.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wear
yeah. So
multiple
like I
hats.
said, I
Yeah.
love what I do.
And so since you guys have that partnership with the banks, then
Hmm.
that helps too. That you
Exactly.
those certain banks that they work with,
Hmm.
that helps too.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then,
Hmm.
and then, well, how can they reach you?
Crystal at cityofbridgesclt.org. My work cell is 412-212-8533.
Mhm.
You can follow us on Facebook, cityofbridges.clt, or Instagram, cityofbridges.clt. And yeah, we're around, we're here. Please reach out. Please
Yes.
give us a call.
Okay. And my podcast is called Seeking Wisdom Through Real Estate. So, what's a piece of wisdom that you would like to give the viewers today?
Um, if you never thought that you would be able to obtain home ownership, please know that it is reachable for you. Also, know that you're not alone in this process and we're all here to help you. We work as a team, and that you're able to obtain the reachable areas with additional support. So just know that you're not alone.
Mm. And I like that too. They do get that support there, so
Hmm.
they're not. Wow. All right, then. So, that being said, we appreciated you being here today, Crystal.
Hmm. Thank you
And
for having me.
thanks for being here. And so, if you have enjoyed your time with us, please like and subscribe to my channel. See you next week when we seek more wisdom through real estate. God bless.